Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. A very serious royal battle has emerged again, and this time it's between Ebony and Olori Naomi. And now, you know, when you look at situations like this, you see how they keep looking for Olori Naomi's trouble. Like, they just cannot. I don't know. The thing is that maybe just calling this woman's name, dragging her, makes them feel okay, but what we are hearing now, if the report is true, that is making the rounds on social media, is that there is a new, as in a very fresh battle now that is going on between Ebony and Olori Naomi. Now, the Ooni of Ife had proposed a romantic getaway with Olori Naomi after all the, you know, celebrations that happened during the weekends, okay? A lot of people were there to celebrate Ooni of Ife, and they even had to go to UK. They came back. Ikpi was there with the Ooni of Ife. But you do know that Naomi is not doing the royal duty. And most times, Ooni of Ife is guiding against anything that would disturb Olori Naomi. So when he came back, they said he proposed a romantic getaway with Naomi and then asked Naomi to pick a location and a date, okay? They said this was not a proposal or a proposition that came from Olori Naomi. They said it was a proposition that came from the Ooni of Ife, and all he said to his wife Naomi is, you pick a date, okay? And now Naomi went was very, very happy, like she was in cloud nine, and she wanted that to spend that time with the Ooni of Ife, a romantic getaway, what and all, and she went ahead and she picked a location, and they said she picked a date. But unfortunately, they said this date happens to be a date that Ebony has set up to launch her hair product in the UK, okay? And Ebony has been working back and forth trying to launch her hair product. You know that only recently she was in Vietnam and she's been in China and all of that. She's working towards launching a hair package, a hair product, okay? You know, one thing about Ooni of Ife's wife, they are all entrepreneurs, okay? In different dimensions. And so the day that she has set aside to launch her hair product in the UK happens to be the day that Queen Naomi picked. And if you are somebody who is close to Olori Naomi, or you know the way she operates, I do know that that would never have been a deliberate act, because she would have just picked the day that she is free, because she has a very tight schedule as well. She's into speaking engagement and she's into preaching the gospel. She is sharing the testimony of Jesus Christ across the globe. There are so many places she goes to that nobody knows. This time, because of the things that has happened to her, she has decided to be more private than ever. You see that even on social media, you hardly even see her anywhere. Like, you don't see Naomi anywhere around your space. She's so scarce right now. She's scarce, as in the word scarce. She's really scarce. Okay. So right now, she now picked a date that was, they said, entering into a weekend, and Ebony was launching, or is supposed to launch her hair product on that Friday. And they said an invitation had been sent to the Ooni of Ife. Ooni of Ife supposed to be in UK to launch that hair product, to be there with Ashley to support her during this time. But Ooni of Ife did not decline. When Naomi picked that date, Ooni of Ife took the date immediately and asked Dr. Elizabeth to schedule the date for his romantic getaway with Queen Naomi. This time, it's not even with Tadenikawo, with Queen Naomi alone now, okay? Now, as we are hearing now, when Dr. Elizabeth put down the date for their romantic getaway, Ashley became, because of course, you know, this thing goes to their WhatsApp group, okay, that the woman as in started raving and ranting, bringing down the heavens and the earth, that she's going to stand up like a woman and fight, that she has begged Queen Naomi enough for forgiveness. Queen Naomi is not she calls herself a born-again Christian. She calls herself a child of God. She finds it very difficult to forgive when somebody does anything wrong to her. That if Naomi had forgiven her, that things would not be like this. That where is this coming from? That this is not supposed to be happening at this time. That Naomi herself knows that she has a launching at that date, and she decided to pick that day because she wanted to spite her. That she is working against her own progress, and so she is not going to to sit down and beg anymore that she's going to stand up and fight for her man, fight for Kabiyesi. Who the hell does Naomi think she is? That she knew Kabiyesi before Naomi. And the same way Naomi is fighting for Kabiyesi, she would also fight for Kabiyesi. That when Naomi was supposed to come back to the palace, that she fought hard and she did everything. Even though things ended up the way they ended up, that was not what she wanted, because she wanted this thing to pass so everybody can have their peace once and for all. But unfortunately, it happened that she didn't return back. But Naomi is supposed to say that there are some people who are sincere and are all sincerely fighting to support her. But all she does is to try and put Ebony down, that the battle line has just been drawn. I'm like, what? Are you for real? For real. So basically, if this information is true, this is because these are all alleged, rumored, speculated, no be me talk family information making the rounds on social media, okay? These are not first-hand information. I've told you, I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I get an information, I reenact it, and I put it here. And I said to my lovely Dela Wright, whatever information you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt. Now, like I said, if this information is true, you basically, I think what Ashley is fighting with is the fact that Naomi is refusing to trust her again. The fact that Naomi could care less whether they exist or not. The fact that Naomi does not want to have anything to do with them. The fact that Naomi is working in her own interest directly right now, and that of Kabiyesi and Dr. Elizabeth and Tadenikawo. The fact that she doesn't want to have any relationship with these people. And how do you blame a woman who has been so lashed? Like those she trusted, those she loved have, done so much bad to her. How do you begin to blame this woman is the question that I am asking. And then again, why do you think that Naomi did it deliberately? Or Kabiyesi gave her an open ticket, pick a date, and she picked a date. And it was Kabiyesi's duty to say, no, this date is reserved for Ashley because, for Ebony, because Ebony has, an event. But he did not say it. He took it and he swallowed it, hook, line, and sinker. And he said, okay, we are going to run with your date. We are going to run with your time. And how do you begin to blame Naomi for the decision that Kabiyesi made? And they said she is blaming Naomi and dragging Naomi left, right, and center, that she is ready, that the battle line is drawn right now. She's not going to keep cold anymore. And Naomi cannot continue to remove meat from her mouth to put in bone. But do you remember that was exactly what you did to her? So why is it such a big deal right now that she is, doing her own thing the same way you guys know how to do things? Is the question that I am asking. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.